Just ahead, thousands of triathletes take to our roadways and waterways. Plus,
I'm ready to walk out the front door and just start blasting. What do you think?
No, I don't think you should do that.
the man behind that phone call is now behind bars. WECT News at 6 starts right now.
Now in high definition, where news comes first. This is WECT News at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Claire Sims. The man injured in a standoff with police in Wilmington is spending his first full day behind bars. David Hansen transferred from the hospital to the New Hanover County Jail Friday night. You can see he is still recovering from injuries after a police officer shot him last week. Police responded to a report of gunshots near Hansen's home around 9 o'clock on November 4th. Police say Hansen came outside with a rifle and started walking towards officers, threatening them. That's when one officer shot Hansen in the shoulder. Doctors treated him. Now, investigators have filed charges against Hansen, including possession of a weapon by a felon, 2 counts of assaulting a government official, and 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. We have new details tonight about a story we were the first to report on our website, WECT.com. Police say DeCarp Dees held up a Dodge's store on Market Street overnight, a place where he used to work. Investigators at the scene say Dees walked into the store with a silver handgun. When the clerk handed over some cash, Dees ran across Market Street, jumped into a blue pickup truck, and drove away. A witness called 911 and followed the truck until police were able to arrest Dees. No one was hurt in that robbery. Dees now faces charges of robbery with a dangerous weapon and assault and battery. He's in jail tonight under a $36,000 bond. Today, the community paused to remember one of the founders of the Seahawk Athletic Department. WECT sports anchor John Smith joins us now with a look at how people are remembering Bill Brooks. John?
That's right. Family, friends, and former players gathered today at First Baptist Church in downtown Wilmington to honor the man they called the father of UNCW athletics. On Monday, Bill Brooks died just weeks after celebrating his 88th birthday. The Wilson native served as UNCW's first athletic director for over 40 years before retiring in 1991. Over that time, did everything, coached baseball, basketball to administration. He was also at the helm when UNCW joined the Colonial Athletic Association. Brooks is a member of the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame, UNCW Athletic Hall of Fame, and the Wilmington Sports Hall of Fame. Former player Carl Willis reminisced about his favorite memories of Coach Brooks.
The first hitter I faced was their best hitter, and he struck out. I didn't necessarily strike him out, he struck out. And unfortunately, before I retired another hitter, that hitter came back up to hit again in that very same inning. And I'll never forget, Coach Brooks came to take me out of the game, and there was no conversation or anything. He just held out his hand and said, let's let someone else throw for a while. So I think he saved my arm that night.
Brooks' legacy will always be remembered as the CAA Regular Season MVP Award is named in Brooks' honor.
All right, thanks, John. And I know you'll have much more tonight coming up in sports.
Certainly.
All right, thanks, John. Although most people observed Veterans Day Thursday, some people in Wilmington are still honoring those who served our country today. WECT's Lindsay Curtin was at the Oakdale Cemetery, which was the site of a very special flag ceremony. Lindsay?
Well, thanks, Claire. The Laney High School Junior ROTC and the Women of the World Life Insurance Company gathered to stick flags in the ground at 750 veteran grave sites. After the Women of the World presented the Oakdale Cemetery with 2 new flags, a United States flag and North Carolina state flag, they caravanned all over the graveyard grounds. The goal was to encourage veterans' remembrance amongst the younger generations. Organizers also encouraged families of the lost soldiers to come and visit the site.
I think the families are going to be moved by it because there's a level of honor and respect that's being shown here, and the ROTC are actually stopping at each gravesite and saluting and honoring the veteran that's buried there.
Now, this is not the end of the flag initiative. The goal is to flag all 6,000 veteran graves at the Oakdale Cemetery. This process will take just under a year to finish. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Lindsay Curtin, WECT News.
Thanks, Lindsay. It took several years to finish, but drivers in Brunswick County can now drive across the new Oak Island Bridge. People sent in these photos of the bridge today. At 11:30 this morning, a fire truck and 2 police cars were the first to cross over the new bridge. On board that fire truck, Oak Island Mayor Benny Wallace. Only 2 lanes of traffic are open right now while crews complete the outer lanes, so Mayor Wallace is asking drivers to be careful. Today's ceremony was a long time coming. Workers started construction of the bridge in August 2007. Work stopped after a girder collapsed, killing a man in December 2008 and injuring 1 other. After several months, DOT officials allowed construction to start again. But in July 2009, workers found cracks in construction beams, which delayed that project yet again. Several lawsuits related to that 2008 accident are still pending. One organization wants to send 1 million meals to people around the world. We'll show you how UNCW students lent a hand. Plus, some high school students crank out some kindness of their own. But first, let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Colin Hackman with a look at your beautiful First Alert forecast. Colin?
It is a little cooler than normal for this time of year, Claire, but as you said, without a cloud in the sky today, I think that we're going to see a few pink faces, even though we didn't have too much in the way of sunlight out there. Current temperature 53 degrees over at the airport, 54 degrees here at the WECT Shipyard Boulevard Studios. But as this graphic will tell you, frost advisory in effect for Brunswick and New Hanover County means much cooler temperatures overnight for tonight. Once again, you can already see some of those cooler temperatures making their way down from Virginia. I'll tell you how cold it will be tonight, plus our prognosis for a warm-up as WECT News at 6 continues.
Students from Cape Fear Academy woke up early to spend their day repairing old bicycles for people in need. Members of the Beta Club looked like pros in the school's parking lot today as they cranked and screwed together used bicycle parts. Parent supporters of the club are driving those bikes to Washington, D.C. tonight to have a bike repair shop make final adjustments. After that, the bikes will be shipped to Uganda with the goal of helping children there get to school or adults get to work.
You know, a lot of people I know, like myself included, we have a lot of bikes just sitting in our garage, so it's great that we can get the bikes to people who actually will need them and use them.
The Beta Club has been advertising and promoting this event since midsummer, and they hope to reach a total of 200 bikes by the end of the bike drive. As of noon today, they had already collected 70 bikes. Congratulations. Thousands of people got on their bikes, their wetsuits, and their running shoes today to take part in the Beach to Battleship Triathlon. WECT's Colin Hackman is live now with how it's not just a healthy event, but one that's healthy for our economy. Colin?
That's absolutely right. It's the #2 ranked triathlon in the United States, that according to Triathlete magazine, and it grows in popularity every single year. However, the real winners might not be the athletes who conquer the swim, the bike, and the run, but the community that comes together for the event.
Go Savage! I love you!
It's a scene that repeats itself over and over for hours on end. Cowbells and cardboard, all to cheer on a dizzying number of triathletes as they tackle the swim, bike, and run of the PPD Beach to Battleship Triathlon.
Seeing the smile on his face and the satisfaction and be able to be a family and cheer him on.
Abby Savage is cheering on her husband in his first half Ironman, and while his race is the focus of the weekend, volunteer race leader, triathlete, and Brunswick County District Attorney-elect John David says it's not just about the racers.
I've heard that we have 1,600 people registered. And understand this, Colin, it's the kind of people that when they get here, they frequently stay all week. They bring their families with them. It's a real spike in tourism during a time when things would otherwise be slow.
Slow isn't really a word that works here. In fact, the Savages were quick to help the economy. Their 3 kids plus Grandma and Grandpa came down from Charlotte for the weekend, renting a historic home downtown and spending time at local attractions and restaurants, all to get a taste of the atmosphere under the ship.
Just everyone else, you know, all the other spectators and families here. It's just a neat environment.
This is unbelievable. The people, there's so much enthusiasm for the competitors. Everybody's wishing everybody good luck.
And that good luck is spreading from the contestants to the economy as participants and their families try to come back before this try is even finished.
Oh yeah, we've already said we want to come back to Wilmington.
Now, Mr. Savage, I'm happy to report, was competing in his first half Ironman. That's 70.3 miles. He hopes to complete his first 140.6 miles right here in Wilmington next year, and a beautiful day for it out there. They are still running at the Battleship, North Carolina, as we continue to have clear skies outside. Folks still enjoying the crisp conditions. Looks like a little reggae music going on down there at the foot of the Battleship. We'll tell you what the rest of your weekend has in store, plus your work week ahead. It's weather, and it's next. A ridiculous amount of fun. Some unbelievably good questions from kids that age. Like, for example, how much money do you make? Smart kids.
Well, in television, they should know not probably very much, but that's all right.
Yeah, Sal, I can afford a car to get here, but other than that, yeah.
It looked like they were learning about static, right?
Yeah, we were talking about thunderstorms and how lightning forms, and learning all sorts of fun things. You get balloons out, and it doesn't really matter what you say after that to kindergarten kids. It's all about the balloons. So.
Well, it sounds like they had fun.
They did.
All right, thanks, Colin.
No problem.
Hundreds of UNCW students and community volunteers package meals that will help people in Haiti. The event, hosted by Stop Hunger Now, a Raleigh-based international hunger relief organization, which hopes to send over 1 million meals to people in need. The school's radio station pumped energetic tunes throughout Hanover Hall as the students and volunteers weighed, bagged, sealed, and boxed thousands of sustainable meals. Each bag included rice, soy protein, dehydrated vegetables, and a packet of vitamin flavoring for the rice. UNCW plans to send the boxes of food to Haiti within the next month. And have you ever been to one of those?
I haven't, but they kind of had that down.
They do. It's amazing. Stop Hunger Now, they've done these events multiple times in Wilmington, and it's an assembly line, and it's amazing how quickly they can do that.
And they kind of need to if they want to get all those meals assembled and shipped to the people that need them.
Exactly.
And I got some information for you.
Uh-oh, what?
Georgia and Auburn tied at 28. The Bulldog fan getting a little excited about that one, but I'll tell you how the Wolfpack did coming up next in sports. Before head break, let's take a look at that fishing game forecast for Sunday, November 13th.
Purists like their Coca-Cola straight up or over ice. But if you're more of an adventurer, check out these new self-serve freestyle fountains, as they're called. They're being set up in Chicago. 106 different Coke products and flavorings can be served up in these touchscreen Coca-Cola machines. That means you can mix and match, combine any syrup flavors that are available with the Coke products. Syrup flavors include raspberry and orange and many others. No word on when those machines might be available outside of the Windy City.
That's kind of crazy. I wonder if you could go,
neat.
I want half Diet Coke, half regular Coke.
It's like when you were a kid and you mixed up all the stuff. Yeah. Did you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Especially, you know, if your friend was having a birthday party and their mom bought every kind of different soda for you.
Half orange, half Diet
Just
Coke.
mix it all up.
How many different combinations?
Oh,
many as
millions.
possible, yeah.
Millions.
That could be
I would
fun.
like to see one of those in Wilmington. Let's start a campaign.
Yeah.
I would use it.
Yes, you would, but you don't get your rewards points for using the fountain.
No. Our weather's been a little mixed up recently, too.
What a good segue. Yeah, but things are going to straighten out a little bit. It's going to be sweet. All right, I'll stop. 66, 71, 71. Tuesday is a good chance that we'll see some showers start to crop up during the afternoon hours, lasting through the overnight hours into Wednesday. But after Wednesday, things clear out quickly, back into the mid-60s.
All right, sounds great. Thanks so much for joining us.